Hey challengers, welcome to the 2-week Amp Up Your Health Fitness Challenge. I want to welcome you to my group. I'm really excited about this. In case you don't know who I am, my name is Heather Hammermeister. I'm a 42-year-old mother of 3 grown boys and also married. My husband's going to be doing this challenge with us, as a matter of fact. I know a lot of you are beginning with this, and I know a lot of you actually are already into fitness or running. I know I got a couple of runners in the group. Basically, I just want to tell you a little bit about myself for those of you that either don't know me or don't know what I've been going through over the last several years. I got to be 216 pounds at my highest weight from not taking care of myself, basically. I was lazy, I was sedentary, watching TV, eating what I wanted, all the comfort foods of childhood. And basically what happened was I was a smoker also. I smoked a pack a day. And I quit smoking when I was about 35 years old because I didn't want the pucker lines around my mouth. And I was working in 2008 at the hospital, and I weighed 216 pounds at that time. And I started having chest pains. So I went to my doctor, and my doctor ordered all kinds of blood work and nuclear tests, stress tests, everything. And what came back was that I had an autoimmune disease, which kind of scared me, actually. But not really enough to start eating correctly or get moving. What I did was I started going to a rheumatologist and got on medication. But then they got rid of my position, and I lost my medical insurance. Definitely scared me. At that point, I decided I needed to take control of my health if I wanted to live a good life. Because, I mean, after all, I'm too young to be not living life yet. And so I asked a friend to start running with me. And when we first started running, I couldn't even run one city block. I would just sucking wind. I was dying. It was awful. And I just kept pushing through. And I was really angry with myself for letting myself get to that kind of shape. So what I did was I tapped into that anger, and anytime that I felt like I couldn't push forward, I did. I used that anger to push myself. And that is something that I really want to kind of address a little bit. You're going to have an inner dialogue in your head that's going to tell you at times you can't go any farther, that you can't do it. Well, I'm going to tell you they're lying to you. That inner dialogue is lying to you. Your body will go where your mind tells it to go. So if you start to change your inner dialogue and saying, you know what, I deserve this, then things will start to change for you. Push through it. As long as you're not injured. And definitely listen to your body. If you think you are injured, don't keep pushing yourself. But if you're not injured, you can do another rep or two. If your body's telling you, slow down, your mind's saying, forget it, you're not going to do it, tell your mind, yeah, you're going to do it, and push a couple more reps through. Basically, another thing that I wanted to address, with this is eating. Eating is extremely important when it comes to health. You're not going to get fit unless you're eating well. And the rule that I try to go by is to eat 100% healthy 80% of the time. That leaves for the other 20% for splurges or if you screwed up. If you have a bad meal, it is what it is. Don't make it a bad day. Just make it a bad meal. And if you're going to treat yourself to a treat yourself to 1 serving, not 3. And it's okay. We're human. We gotta live. One of the things that I found is I was using Weight Watchers, and I did lose some weight on Weight Watchers. But that is a point system, and I found that it was really hard for me to go out to eat or really get a good grip in real life of what I was doing. And I needed something that I could carry with me throughout the rest of my life. I did start using MyFitnessPal at myfitnesspal.com, and that is completely calorie based. You just, I'm not going to lie, it does take a little bit of work to input the information, but it does get quicker and easier over time. So if you're putting in your food you're eating, it's showing you what calories you're eating. You can also use that program to put in your workouts, and it's going to show you what you're burning. I don't know how many people know this or not, but it's a fact that 1 pound equals 3,500 calories. So if you can create, say, a 500 calorie a day deficit, you're going to burn that pound within a week. It's pretty much about the numbers. And if you're eating over what you're burning, then you're going to put on weight. So I'm a kind of person that kind of likes a little bit of instant gratification when I can get it, and MyFitnessPal actually gives me that day to day, because I can look at it and I can say, you know what, I burnt this many calories today. Look at that workout. It pushes me to work harder, actually, because I want to see higher numbers on my workout. Another thing that you can do is definitely, start taking stairs and parking farther out in the parking lot. Don't take that escalator. If there's stairs, take the stairs if they're right beside the escalator or the elevator even. And I'm going to go over a little bit about the workout itself. This is how the 2 weeks is going to work. I have a workout where we do, and sorry, I have to look at my cheat sheet here. It's a 10 push-up, 20 sit-up, 25 squat, 20 lunges, which is 10 per leg, 80 jumping jacks, and a 60-second wall sit. I chose this because it's well-rounded. It has both cardio and strength. And it's important that you have both in your life. The cardio is going to burn your fat. That's your fat burner. But if you don't have muscle, you're not going to keep your metabolism increased. Muscle burns a lot more calories than fat does. It just requires more calories to maintain. So it's important to do both. Now, just going over the program a little bit, with the push-ups, challenge yourself to see, what you can do. On that first day, kind of give yourself a test. The program does say, when I put it up on the website, you will see, it says to do the whole set 3 times over. If you're just starting, you don't have to do the whole set 3 times over. Do what you can do. The whole point is to see progress, to see improvement, and you're going to compare yourself to yourself, not to other people, because it's your own journey. We're each on our own journey. I'm on this too with you. I can't do a man push-up, so I do the girl push-ups on the knees. There's nothing wrong with that. You're still building upper body strength doing the girl push-ups. But one of my goals, my personal goals during this, is so I can get to do the man push-ups. Now, if you can do regular push-ups easily, and because you've already been working out, try to put your feet up on a box or a chair or something, so you're doing a decline push-up to increase that intensity. And when your inner voice starts telling you that you can't do any more reps of a push-up or sit-up or anything else in this program, I want you to do me a favor and do 2 more. That's kind of like saying, no way, you aren't going to dictate to me, negative voice in my head. I'm going to take over now. On sit-ups, just stick with basic crunches. And I'll try to mix it up a little bit through the 2 weeks to see if we can maybe a little bit different, get some obliques in there and stuff like that. But for now, stick with the basic crunches. The 25 squats. Now, form is really important in these. When you're doing a squat, you want to make sure that you're not leaning forward. You want to be back like you're sitting down in a chair. And I've actually used this technique before. When I was learning form, I would get in front of my couch and I would squat down until my butt hit the couch or a chair. And then I knew, I didn't actually sit down though, but then I knew that I had the right form. That's the form you should have. You should be able to wiggle your toes when you're down in a squat. If you can't wiggle your toes, you don't have proper form and you're probably leaning forward, so you want to lean back. If squats are pretty easy for you, I want you to add a jump and make it a jump squat. That's going to increase your intensity and it's going to really improve your cardiovascular and also your muscle strength in your legs. Your lunges, when you're lunging back, that back leg, the closer your knee gets to the floor, the better your lunge is. So you're going to want your back straight and your lunge down. Now, if lunges are pretty easy for you, add weights in your hands, hold them down to your side, give yourself a little bit of resistance, and do those. The jumping jacks are going to kick your butt probably. I know they kick mine. So you're going to probably feel like you're dying when you're doing the jumping jacks. It's great cardio though. I mean, with the snow outside, I know I don't want to go outside and be doing stuff out in the cold. Some people are diehard. Unless I'm out hiking on a nice snowy trail, I am not about going out and running or doing any of that in the wintertime. So the jumping jacks are a great way to get some cardio and not take up a lot of space in your house. So definitely make sure you push through those jumping jacks because I know you can do those. If the jumping jacks are pretty easy for you, I want you to start incorporating some air jacks in there. air jacks kick my butt. That's another part of here that I want to work on is my air jacks, because I get about 8 air jacks into it and I am dying. So that is something that you can do to increase your intensity on that. A 60-second wall sit just basically makes sure you're in the proper form as far as holding a chair. You want it to be in the same form as if you were in a chair. You don't want to be too far down, too far up, because you want your legs to be definitely, in the right position. And I guarantee your legs are going to start shaking a few seconds into that. So basically, if you're a beginner, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about goals real quick. Set your big goals. Have your overall achievement that you want to get to eventually, and then kind of put it off to the back of your mind. I want you to set smaller goals for yourself, because if you set smaller goals, you're not overwhelming yourself. It's really important that you don't overwhelm yourself, because if you do right off the bat, you are not going to stick with it, because you're going to feel deflated. I set myself small 5-pound increment goals, or small, I can do 5 more sit-ups. And when I hit that goal, I celebrated. I let people know that I hit that goal. There's nothing better than feeling like you hit a goal. So do small goals. And as long as you're seeing improvement, no matter how small that improvement is, that's progress. That's you getting healthier. And I want you to remember that as you're going through this. And something else that I also do is I have days where I don't feel like working out and I don't want to do anything because I'm just plain up feeling lazy, or I had a bad day and I am grouchy. Those are the days I need to work out the most. If you push yourself through that workout on those days, I guarantee you're going to come out feeling better and happier that you did it. Those are the days you need it the most, because you release endorphins in your brain, and you're going to come out with a high after you just push through something that was so difficult mentally, and more mental. That you're going to find this is really mental, but more mentally and physically than you pushed yourself in a long time. But anyway, those are some of the things that I want to go over. Also, if you want to see a few of the recipes that I eat, try going to my blog, which is theaccidentalfitnessenthusiast.com. I have some recipes on there that we eat regularly. Bear with me, it's a new blog, so it's still kind of in its infant stages, and it needs bulked up a little bit more. But I tried to put on there the recipes that we currently use, and I'll be adding more in the future as we try to do those. Don't hesitate to get a hold of me if you have any questions. If I don't know the answer, I'm going to find the answer for you. And the biggest thing with this site, or with this challenge, is group participation. So I want you to get on there every day and post what workout you did and how you did. If you're already a person that works out, I want you to do this workout in addition to your normal workouts. Don't give up on your normal workouts just because I'm adding this challenge to you. But if you had a bad day, if you broke your reps, if you did more than you thought you could, please let us know. Every day, check in and put a little blurb on there. Even post some pictures of yourself doing some crunches or some squats. Let's make this fun. Let's keep this involved. We're in here to support each other. We're in here to encourage each other. And most importantly, we're in here for accountability. The more accountable you are, the more likely you are to stick with it. You'll find that. And I'm looking forward to you people holding me accountable too. So I'm really pumped about this challenge. Let's get this started tomorrow. Don't hesitate to either, to take your weight or take measurements even too, so you can see your progress. So if you have any questions, just get a hold of me, message me or whatever, or even post on the site. I'm sure if I don't have the answer, somebody else might might also. So I'm pretty pumped up. Let's get this challenge started. We'll talk to you later.